Planner and journal season is in full swing, and I wanted to share with you my 2024 journal and planner lineup to give you ideas if you need some inspiration or ideas of different ways you can use your journals and planners. In my last video, I walk you through how to create a journal and planner system, so you can watch that video after if you want a more in-depth guide to help you figure out a system that works for you. But in this video, I was going to do a more in-depth walkthrough of my upcoming system, and I'm very excited about it because I'm revamping things. So if you're ready, let's just jump right in. Hello, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Seppi, and I share with you simple and practical tips to live a happier life. And my journals and planners are definitely a tool that I use that have helped me achieve goals and just create a better mindset and to feel happier overall, which is why I love sharing it with you on this channel. If you saw my 2023 recap of my journals and planners, and of course the last video about how to create a planner system, then you know that one of my main goals for the new year was to streamline my system a little bit more. I felt as though I had too many journals to keep up with, and it just became a little overwhelming. So this is a reminder for you that if your system is not working, if you find yourself not reaching for your journals, dreading sitting down to plan, then you might want to change something. It's okay to change your system. It's okay to change things up or to remove something. Your planner and journal system should work for you. It should help support your needs and your life, and it shouldn't be a source of stress. It should feel fun. If one journal works for you, that's all you can keep up with. That's what you should do. Don't feel as though you should do what I do. Don't feel as though you should do what everyone else in the community does. Do what works for you. And that's why I really wanted to create a video like the last one to help you figure out a system that works for you. However, I do love this. I know I might be a little bit excessive, and I want to share it because I'm excited about this. I wanted to share it with you to give you ideas, but don't feel the pressure to do the same thing. Do what works for you. Take one little idea, one little tidbit from this video or the last video, and figure out what works for you. Start small and see what grows from there, and get into it for the fun and joy of it, and because it helps support your life. So that's my little introduction. So moving forward, I'm going to limit my journals in reality to these four. I'm going to talk about these two as well, why they are here. But to start off, these are the four main journals and planner that I'm going to be using in 2024, and I'm going to walk you through how I plan to use each of them. This is a little trinket that I made for my TN. I just need to glue it in. It is a mini donut. I did this for my birthday with my sisters. I just need to fix it. Anyways, moving on. So let me walk you through the planner first, and then the journals and how I plan to use each of them. So what I'm going to use for my planner is a Hobonichi Cousin. I bought this cover on Etsy. It is a faux leather. I love how it looks. It's very sleek, and obviously it's my aesthetic. We'll see if I enjoy having an actual cover on it. I started setting it up yesterday. Let me know if you want a more in-depth walkthrough of a Hobonichi Cousin. However, I wanted to keep all my planning into my Hobonichi Cousin. If you saw my last video, I talked a little bit more in terms of what my needs were, and one thing that I wanted to change is to have a planner specific to just planning. Last year, I was using my Hobonichi Cousin for planning and journaling, and so this is this year's. And although I love it, but I still feel as though I want to keep my planning and my journaling separate. So as you can see, I have my planning, and then I did my daily journaling in here. So what I realized when I analyzed my planner system is that I had too many journals. So I had a journal for manifestation, I had a journal for my goals, I had a journal for moon ceremonies, I had a journal for daily journaling, I had another journal for my general personal development prompts, and it just became too much. So what I decided is that the Hobonichi Cousin is just going to be for planning, and then the B6 journal is just going to be for journaling. That way planning and journaling is going to stay separate. Am I going to like that? I think so. My only concern is that I don't know how I'm going to fill up each page of the Hobonichi Cousin, but that's something that I'm going to assess moving forward, and I can change it up whenever I want. So I'm not stressed about that aspect. But yeah, the plan is, so this is what I was using this year. I have a more in-depth video on how I have been using the Hobonichi Cousin, or my planner lineup from 2023. But moving forward, my Hobonichi Cousin is just going to be for planning. And another thing that I'm going to be doing is, instead of creating a monthly habit tracker in my bullet journal, I don't have the energy to do it every single month. I'm going to use this page for that, because I found that in my 2023 Hobonichi Cousin, I felt a little awkward and wasn't sure what to use those pages for. I had written down birthdays and just like big events, but this doesn't feel very exciting or fun to look at. And I put birthdays in my phone anyway, so I don't need to retranscribe it into my planner. And if anything, I found that this was a bit of a waste. So one thing that I realized as well is that creating a habits tracker on my bullet journal was just too much effort and I didn't stick through it. And I think that doing it in here is going to be a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to use this for as well. And finally, if you saw my 2023 review, then you know that I was using this for my brain dump. But again, I had like 6 journals going at once and it's just too much. I did finish this journal because I don't like wasting, but now instead of doing a separate brain dump journal, I'm going to fill up my daily pages with brain dumps as well. So instead of having my daily journaling, I'll have my planning and I can organize my to-do list or whatever else. And if I need to, I can put my brain dumps in here. So that's the plan for the Hobonichi Cousin. If you want a more in-depth walkthrough of it, because I think I might set it up a little bit more, please let me know and I can create that for you as well. I will also be doing more updates throughout the year of how my planner system is going. So make sure to like and subscribe my channel, and then you can keep up with me along the year to see how things change and evolve as we go. The second thing that I have in my lineup is this beautiful bullet journal. I have had a A5 bullet journal in my lineup for 7 or 8 years. I have used the Leuchtturm A5 dotted grid journal, honestly, exclusively since I started bullet journaling, and I absolutely love them, which is why it's been so exciting the last few months. I have been a brand ambassador for Leuchtturm. So if you want 20% off until December 31st for any Leuchtturm journals or planners, then make sure to click the link below. You can use code HAPPY20 to grab the same one or any of the other journals that I will be talking about. But I have to say, I love this journal because it's a good size. The quality is amazing, especially for the price that you're paying. It really lasts a long time. It has this that you can close it with. It has 2-page markers. Overall, price and quality is really, really worth it. And also like having consistently the same size journal. It's just a really good size. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just perfect. So moving forward, I actually switched and decided to use the bullet journal. So this is a dot grid journal, but I call it a bullet journal because it is dot grid pages. But the actual bullet journal system, I stopped using it a long time ago, but I grabbed a bullet journal instead. I still have to set it up, so there's nothing in here just yet. It is a little bit different than the other one because the paper is a lot nicer. But once I set up my bullet journal for 2024, I will also make a video for that. Subscribe to my channel and you can see I will do a walkthrough of my bullet journal. So going back to what we were initially talking about, my bullet journal is used for my goals. That's the main purpose that I have for it. So at the beginning of the year, I have a whole goal setting process where I write a vision, I create my goals, I set my goals for the year. I try to, use manifestation techniques, etc. And every month I do the same. I create a monthly spread. I set monthly goals. So I create a monthly spread, monthly goals, good memories as well. I use a tracker, which I said was going to be in the Hobonichi as well. And I've been doing creative stuff. So I will be using the bullet journal for the same purpose of setting my goals as well as doing good memory spreads. So now I'm also going to do more creative spreads of writing down good memories, just because I do also find that I struggle with filling it up. But if I do more creative spreads, it will be a little bit easier to fill it up fully. I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. But my bullet journal is going to be for my goals, my yearly goals, my monthly goals, my good memories, and I'm going to incorporate creative spreads for my memories and just general creative spreads like this one that I did for my birthday to encourage myself to do more creative spreads, which I really enjoy doing just for the fun of it, and combining some journaling as well. So that is what I'm going to be using my bullet journal in 2024. So as I mentioned before, my daily journaling was being done in my Hobonichi Cousin. I showed this to you before. I was doing my daily journaling with gratitude or any reflections that were coming up. However, I have another journal that's on my bedside table that I forgot to bring to film, but I had another journal where I was also doing just general journal prompts in, and at the same time I also have this Midori journal, which started off as doing my daily journaling and then manifestation journaling. I just had too many journals going on at the same time. So what I decided to do is that I'm going to streamline my journaling, all my journaling, daily journaling, monthly self-reflection, weekly self-reflection, manifestation journaling. In general, all my journaling is going to go into this little guide, the B6. I'm going to start the year with this one, the Midori, just because I want to finish it and I don't want it to go to waste, and I still have quite a bit of pages left. But my daily journaling is going to go into one journal altogether. So it's going to first start with this, and then I'm excited to start this B6. So this is a very different size for me. Like I mentioned, I'm used to the A5. So as you can see, the size difference is not that significant, but significant enough that I feel as though it's going to feel just a little less overwhelming to fill up a page versus filling up a page of journaling. I am still going to keep this A5 like I mentioned. However, I'm excited to try a different size for my journaling, my daily journaling. And I got inspired by my friend Emily from Notably Emily. And I created a spread inspired by the cover page, the color of the cover page. So I did that last night. So it just feels very fun to do that. As a side note, we're also doing a 25-day journaling advent over on Instagram, and there's going to be a giveaway at the end. I will leave the link to my Instagram in the description box if you want to join and use the prompts, the daily prompts that we have been sharing, and then click the link below as well. And I will leave a highlight in my Instagram page if you want to join in the future. So that way you have 25 free prompts to encourage your journaling, creative journaling, etc. So all that to say, daily journaling is going to go into these two moving forward, and I'm very excited about this size. I think it's going to be nice to just have one journal where I can write everything and also see the progression as the year goes by. Last but not least, I have been so excited to use my traveler's notebook. I haven't had a chance to use it because I want to be very intentional with what I use it for. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to use it for three things. Like I said in my last video, one thing that came to light for myself is that I really need to glue this. One of the things that came to light for me is I really want to do more creative spreads because I just enjoyed a lot and I want to de-stress and just spend a lot more intentional time by myself doing things that I enjoy doing. And I decided my traveler's notebook is going to be used for three things. So I have three inserts in here for now. I'm going to use one for my trips, so travel. I will make creative spreads for my different trips. I also have a mini printer that I can print little pictures, keep ephemera, etc. I already set up the cover page for it, which I really love how it turned out. And then I want to go back and do some spreads for my trip to Paris, for my trip to New York, and a few little trips that I've done since then. But I'm going to have one insert in my travels notebook that's going to be just for trips. Then I'm going to have one spread. It's going to be this one insert, which will just be for book reviews. I want to read more books because I find that it makes me get into bed faster and I sleep better and I spend more time relaxing in the evening, and I find it fun to see how many books I've read. So I want to create a spread, like spreads with printing the cover and writing down a few things. I'm going to organize how each book review will happen, but if you want to see how these come out, let me know. And the last insert in my travels notebook is going to be coffee shops. So one of the goals that I have, one of the things that I love doing is exploring coffee shops in Montreal, which is where I live. And I thought it'd be fun to create creative spreads with, putting little pictures and what coffee I had in the coffee shop and pictures of the coffee or the coffee shop itself or whatever, just as a fun way to encourage my creativity. I want to stick really cool, random, I'm a lot more usually very organized, of very intentional and minimalist, but I thought it'd be nice to just do something different, stick a lot different stickers on each of these. So for traveling, for books, and then for coffee. And I started gathering some stickers, but I just have to stick them. So for the coffee insert, of course, there's this one, and I'm thinking the Potterhead and the Alohomora, and this one as well for coffee, this one for the books, etc. So I haven't set these up yet. If you want a full flip through of the Travels Notebook when they are set up, or the bullet journal, then let me know. But moving forward, that is my 2024 journal and planner lineup. This is an honorable mention because it's like a sneaky little journal that I've been using, and I think I'm going to keep using it because I've enjoyed it so far, is the Change Journal from Lori Strum. It's basically a journal to help you make changes in a very simple way. They claim it's 3 to 5 minutes a day. Now, I was thinking of doing a more in-depth walkthrough of the purpose of this journal and how to use it. I have started using it myself to see how I like it. So far, I like it because it literally does take 3 minutes to fill out this page, and there's different sections and different categories for different things. So there's 24 different ideas, for example, for saving, for journaling, for practicing gratitude, for your habits. So it's a very interesting concept to simplify changing different small areas of your life. And this is something, although I don't know how extensively I'll use it, I will use most of it because I do enjoy the idea of finding new techniques for your personal development. So if you want a more in-depth walkthrough of this journal, then let me know and I can do that for you. But this is a journal that's very different for what I'm used to using. As you can see, I create my own system. So having something that's preset for myself is very interesting. So if you want more information on that, let me know. And like I mentioned, you can get 20% off Lori Strum with code HAPPY20. I will leave all the information in the description box. It's on the Canadian website, and the code is valid until December 31st. That is all I had for you today. If you had any specific questions, please let me know, and let me know what is in your 2024 journal and planner lineup, what you use it for, what are you using, including, changing, whatever it is. I love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye for now.